Now, let's not dance around. Not all monotheisms are exactly the same at the moment. They're all based on the same illusion. They're all plagiarisms of each other. But there's one in particular that at the moment is posing a serious menace, not just to freedom of speech and freedom of expression, but to quite a lot of other freedoms too. I'm talking about militant Islam.
And if you thought Britain was home to tolerant and civilised debate, this next clip might get you thinking. A Cineworld manager in Bolton has been forced to apologise to a baying mob of Muslims who angrily protested new Islamic history film, The Lady of Heaven.
Excuse me, I am the manager of this cinema, and I'm just confirming that this film is cancelled tonight. And for the rest of this week, we will not be showing this film again.
Any way you like for the warrant for slavery, for the subjection of women as chattel, for the burning and flogging of homosexuals, for ethnic cleansing, for anti-Semitism, for all of this, you look no further than a famous book that's on every pulpit in this city and in every synagogue and in every mosque. And then just see whether you can square the fact that the force that is the main source of hatred is also the main caller for censorship.
What started there in Bolton has now disturbingly spread across the UK. Cineworld says it has pulled the movie from all its venues nationwide to, quote, ensure the safety of staff. And when you take a look at the threatening rhetoric of this next dude, you might understand why they made the call to give in to the cancel culture mob.
Birmingham will not tolerate the disrespect of our Prophet, peace be upon him, and there will be outcomes from your actions. You will have repercussions for your actions. We have been trained from birth that we must defend the honor of our Prophet, and we will lay our life on the line.
And be that Newsweek has printed a false story about the desecration of a supposedly holy book. You never know what it's going to be next. But everyone knows to be careful about it, and everyone understands that the threat of violence that backs it is believable.
Repercussions for your actions.
And that's my opening position. Now, you will say, I can hear it already being said, you may be saying it already to yourselves because the defense mechanisms kick in. You may say, that's not the real Islam.
On the fact that the reports that I've read and the footage I've seen of Muslims outside the cinemas protesting and reports of them threatening the staff who work in Cineworld and Showcase, that's not the behaviour of Muslims that I know. That's not the behaviour of anyone that I know who's a true follower of Islam. It's a religion of peace. My Uncle Salim used to take me to mosque all the time as a child. My cousins are Muslim. They are peaceful people. Mm-hmm. They would not be outside those cinemas intimidating staff who are just there doing their job. I think this is
always going to get extremists in that religion that totally, deplore what you're depicting in the movie.
Those aren't real Muslims. Now, isn't that a fascinating objection? Is there anyone in this room, I exempt Professor Ramadan because it's his turn to speak next, is there anyone in this room who would care to arbitrate that question? Who is to say, where is the authority that defines who is a true son of the Prophet or a true interpreter of his work? Part of the problem to begin with, and it's part of the problem because it is a religion, is that it's perfectly true to say we don't know who the true Muslims are. How right that is, who does speak for it. Only the second problem with defining Islam as peaceful, only the second problem with defining it as peaceful has to do with the fact that it's highly fissile and highly schismatic, that there is a civil war going on within it, the religion of peace. As we speak, at least one civil war between the votaries of this religion of peace is already taking place, and some of it is exported outside that world into ours, very salient fact. But who is the one under threat? The person who promulgates this and says, I'd better listen because if I don't, I'm in danger? Or me, who says, no, I think this is so silly, you could even publish a cartoon about it. And up go the placards, and up go the yells and the howls and the screams. Behead those. This is in London. This is in Toronto. This is in New York. It's right in our midst now. Behead those who cartoon Islam. Do they get arrested for hate speech? No. Might I get in trouble for saying what I've just said about the Prophet Muhammad? Yes, I might. Where are your priorities, ladies and gentlemen? You're giving away what's most precious in your own society, and you're giving it away without a fight, and you're even praising the people who want to deny you the right to resist it. Shame on you while you do this. Make the best use of the time you've got left. This is really serious. This is very urgent business, ladies and gentlemen, I beseech you. Resist it while you still can, and before the right to complain is taken away from you, which will be the next thing. You will be told you can't complain because you're Islamophobic.